Let's take a look at another power and control circuit. Okay, so once again, our control is going to be 120 VAC, and we're running at high voltage, three-phase motor. So that's where we're pulling our power from. So we're going to start, and we're going to go with line 1, line 2, and line 3. So that's our power, and it's going to be high voltage, I guess in this case 440 VAC. It has a magnetic circuit breaker. So coming right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my protection here. That would be a magnetic circuit breaker, and I'll put a dot between here. And I'm also going to enclose this like this. So if I looked at this device, that means that this is all one device, a circuit breaker, and it's a magnetic circuit breaker. And there's thermal overloads. So I'm assuming that we're going to have those thermal overloads as part of the power circuit that controls the control circuit. Okay, and so if I come here, I know that I'm going to have something turn on this motor. So I'm going to have some type of a big contactor, but because it's got thermal overloads, it's going to be a motor starter. So these are my motor starter contacts. And then it says I've got some thermals in here. Okay, so this has got a heater in it that is going to tell me if for some reason it's getting the motor's getting hot, or there's too much current flowing in one of these legs or all of these legs. And then it's going to go to the motor, and this motor is 10 horsepower and 440 VAC, and it's three-phase. And we would look for anything else it would have on it. It doesn't say anything else, but it had like 1725 RPMs or something like that. You would write that down, but it's three-phase. Okay. Now we need to get control voltage. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull off voltage off of a couple places here. So if you remember, we're going to need an industrial control transformer. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this connection and this connection. So we'll get the voltage from line 2 and line 3. We could have got it from 1 and 3, 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, but it doesn't matter. We're going to have 440 across here according to that. Now I'm going to go and I'd label this H1, H3, H2, H4. That would be my connection points there. And on this side, I have X1 and X2. Okay. So I'm doing a 4-to-1 step down, so we need to jump it right here. That gives me my 4-to-1. Remember, if we wanted 2-to-1, that's when we put them in parallel, but we put them in series here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run fuses here on this circuit. Why not? So we're going to go the first fuse and the second fuse, and then these will run to my control circuit. Okay. So we've got the system going to be started or stopped from 3 different locations. Okay. So apparently there's going to be like start-stop boxes located around, and that we would end up wiring them all in here. So it can be stopped from 3 different locations. What that means is that you're going to take a stop button and you're going to wire up 3 of them. Okay. And this would be 1 PB, and it would be stop 1, I guess 2 PB, stop 2, 3 PB, stop 3. All right, so we've got 3 normally closed push buttons. Pushing any of these is going to open up that circuit. Okay, and now we want it to be started from 3 different locations. So if I came here, I would have a start here, and it looks like I'm at 4 PB, and that would be start 1. And then it looks like I need another start, 5 PB, and that would be start 2. And then another PB, and that would be 6 PB, start 3. And what are these turning on? Well, they're going to turn on my motor starter. And then in here, I'm going to have overloads that are normally closed, wired normally closed. Okay, so at this point, if I were to hit this or this or this, that would come on. And if I hit this or this or this, it would open. Either one of those would open it. So the other thing I need to do here is add memory, because I want this to stay on. So that would be my motor starter contact here. So no matter which one of these I hit, this is going to come on, and I'm going to have the holding contact here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now what we need to do is label it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my runs. My wire numbers, 1 and 2. Looks like this is wire 3. This will be wire 4. This will be wire 5. Wire 6. There's a wire here, 7. Okay. And then my cross reference. So this motor starter is related to number 4 here. So 4. So at that point, that would be multiple start and stop. And by the way, you would look for this somewhere. There's going to be a panel with a start button and a stop button, and the wires just need to run in the order so that they work. And somewhere else there's going to be a start and a stop. So somehow there's going to be wires running between these in a series and a parallel combination. I'm going to be a little bit of a tricky wiring, but you could do it based on the wire numbers here and the ladder logic.